All right, guys, we're going to do story time, story time, story time. Yep. Basically, I'm going to tell you guys a story about when I was, I don't know, 18, 19, 20 years old. And I lived in Fresno, California. I worked at a bar called the Library. It was right next to Fresno State College. And all the kids from college used to come over there. I had met a whole bunch of guys that used to hang around in there, and they all rode motorcycles, and we used to go on motorcycle trips all the time. Sometimes we'd go over to Morro Bay. Sometimes we'd go down to San Juan Capistrano. Once in a while, we'd even head up north, or maybe go to the Redwoods or something like that. Anyway, one of the things that we used to like to do, because we were young, and basically the only bar we could get in was the Library, okay? Because we weren't in California, you got to be 21 years old to drink. We used to drive all the way down to Mexico and go across the border and party like crazy there, okay? I mean, just get so drunk you didn't even know where you were, and chase after the Mexican girls, and you could go down there with $10 and you'd be rich. Anyway, in Fresno, you're lucky to get 5 drinks. Now, I used to have a Chevelle Super Sport, and I used to take it on a lot of the trips because we could throw sleeping bags in it and this and that and this and that. It's a 1968 Chevelle Super Sport. Originally, it was blue, and I had it painted white with a black convertible top and white interior. Man, that thing would just smoke the tires for 200 yards straight. It was unbelievable, the power that thing had. Had a 396 L88. Had an automatic transmission in it, had Krager's all the way around. It was a beautiful car. And we used to, sometimes I'd ride a bike, sometimes I'd take the car. Anyway, this is...
You stupid chicken, get the hell out of the way.
Before I ever bought the Godfather. Anyway, we used to ride all the way down to Tijuana and go park the bikes there, rent a hotel room in a little town right on the border, leave our bikes there, walk across, and walk into Tijuana and just explore and have a great time. Get drunk, chase women, do every crazy thing you can think of. And that's what story time today is about, okay? It's about chasing girls and getting drunk in Tijuana. Yahoo! Yahoo! All the time and party. 18, 19, 20 years old, getting drunk, chasing the Mexican senoritas, and just having a great old time. And I would say I've probably done it, I don't know, maybe 20 times in my life. Just gone down to Mexico, just got so drunk I didn't know where I was, and stumbled back across the border and stayed in a hotel, a cheap flea bag hotel with 20 of us in one room, and wake up in the morning and get in our car or get on the motorcycle and head on back, And hey, it was a fun thing to do. And, the federales down there, they kind of looked out after you because, they liked the idea of tourists coming across the border and spending cash. And it's not, we weren't criminals, we were just partying. Anyway, one night we were in there, and one of the guys that we were with, and there were about, I don't know, 5 or 6 of us. I really don't remember for sure. But one of the guys got in some big argument with one of the girls in there. And he was saying that, she reached in his pocket and took his money and blah, blah, blah. And they're bar girls. You dance with them, you buy them drinks, you sit and you bullshit with them. And because they live right on the border, they know a lot of English. And, hell, wouldn't surprise me if some of them actually live in the United States and they go across the border just like we do, and they work down there. I really don't know all the details of it. And, it's been a long time ago, and I don't remember for sure. But anyway, this one guy accused one of the girls of going in his pocket and stealing his money, okay? And like I said, we went down there 20 times and never, ever, ever had a problem. But anyway, one of the bouncers came over, and he just, he had a stick, and he hit our friend right in the head as hard as he could with a stick and knocked him cold. And said they were calling the federales and they were putting him in jail, okay? And of course, we weren't going to go for him beating on our friend like that. So the next thing you know, we're hitting him, okay? And it turned into a great big huge brawl there at the bar, and next thing you know, the cops came and the cops arrested us all and took us to jail, okay? And now, we went to the Tijuana jail, and you could not believe it, okay? It looked like damn monkey cages, okay? They had like 6 cages, and then 6 cages, and then 6 cages. And they had a wooden ladder that they would bring and prop up against it for you to you'd have to crawl up and get in your own cage, okay? And then when they finally released people, they'd put the wooden ladder up there and they'd crawl down out of their cage. And it was like a bird cage, you know, the bottom, it wasn't a floor at all. It was just some bars, you know? And so consequently, you know, the guys up on the top floor, when they're puking or peeing or pooping, okay, it's just falling down right, you know, out of the 3rd level down through the 2nd level and hitting the ground on the 1st level, okay? And then once a day, they'd have some guys come through there and mop and sweep and whatever and clean up the mess. It was the stinkiest, nastiest thing I ever saw in my entire life, okay? And it was unbelievable, okay? And when I was there, I was in the 2nd level, the 2nd cage. So we had to constantly be dodging whatever the guys on the 3rd level were doing, okay? And the guys on the 1st level, they really had it bad, okay? Because there's 2 groups above them that are doing it, you know? And we stayed in there, and we were drunk, and we were singing, and we were happy, and we were screaming and yelling and laughing and joking, and the cops were pretty cool, and they were laughing and joking, and we'd probably been there, I don't know, about 15 minutes, and maybe 20 minutes, and lo and behold, one of the bouncers, okay, he had got smart with the cops, and the cops arrested him too, the guy that hit our friend in the head with a stick, okay? So he ended up in jail just like we did, all right? And in the morning, they more or less told us all right, if you just pay the fine, then we'll let you go, and you can get your ass out of Tijuana and go back to the United States. And all my friends, they'd spent all their money drinking and messing around with them girls, you know what I mean? And they're all going, oh, God, what do we do? What do we do? And I had a pair of boots. And in the heel of my boot, I always kept 2 $100 bills. So, you know, I pulled the heel of my boot off and pulled out those $200 bills, and I gave the $200 bills to the cop, and I want to say there was 6 of us, but for some reason he gave me back $80, okay? And I had $80 left, and out of the $200 bills that I gave the guy. He let us out of jail, and we got out of jail, and my friend that is a psycho, he kept saying, no, I want to go back. I want to go back. Screw that bitch. She's not going to steal my money. She's not going to steal my money and get away with it. And we're all going, don't be stupid. Hey, forget all this crap. We're going back. Yeah? Anyway, finally we talked him into it, and we ended up walking, and I don't know, probably took us about 20 minutes, and we finally got to the border, and the U.S. border guard was there, you know, and he said, look, those federales called us and told us you guys were going to be coming, and I want to tell you guys, you better quit coming down here and messing around. You keep coming down here and causing trouble, and the next thing you know, hey, you might just disappear. And damn! So, you know, I, for one, took what he said very seriously, you know. And we went back and got on our motorcycles and rode back up to Orange County. And when we got to Orange County, we got drunker than hell and crashed in the state park that night, and partied out there on the beach by San Juan Capistrano, and met some girls from Orange County, and I went over to one girl's apartment and ended up taking a shower and spending the night, and the next morning I came back over to the state beach, and all my buddies were there, and we got on motorcycles and rode straight up Interstate 5 till you hit Bakersfield, took Highway 99 all the way back to Fresno, and you know, started our lives again. But let me tell you one thing right now. the creepiest, nastiest, stinkiest place you ever want to go is the jail in Tijuana, okay? In Tijuana. You just go right across the border. You go down to San Diego, about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and you hit the Mexican border. They have some stalls there, and you walk through the stalls, and back then, they didn't give a shit who you were as you were crossing the border, but you better have some ID when you're coming back trying to get in. Now, it wasn't so much for us because, you know, a guy could just talk to us, and he knew for sure who we were, okay? But, you know, they knew we were American citizens, and, you know, but it was really, really, really crazy, you know what I mean? It's, life's insane, you know? And I felt really, really lucky to get out of that place without having any problems at all. And I was damn glad that I was there with 5 other guys and that were pretty tough and that we, you know, otherwise that could have been a real nasty situation if you were stuck in there by yourself. I guarantee you that right now. And, you know, Tijuana is a fun place. It's a cool place, but it's a dangerous place. And everything I've read about Tijuana or everything I've heard about Tijuana, as it's totally changed from the early 70s. Now the drug lords down there are totally in charge, and, you know, girls go down there and just disappear, you know, and they never to be seen again. So if I was you guys, I would certainly think twice about going down there. That's faux show. Anyway, look, man, for better or worse, you know what I mean? You know, maybe you think it's a crappy story, but if you were on that bottom floor, you'd know that it's a crappy place, okay? Yeah, and that really did happen to us, okay? So I was never so happy to get out of a place in my whole life. And I was never so happy to take a garden hose and just pour some water over me just to get rid of the stench, man. So anyway, hey, I love you guys, and, you know, we'll get back into playing some RuneScape now, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me, and I love you, you know. So